Hello Bobcats, I'm Chinai and welcome back to another episode of The Sage. On today's show, we'll be covering a feature on Wyatt Marshall and how he gained a stronger interest for his hobby during the pandemic, a segment of how students are feeling about going back to school, and a COVID-19 update. Now let's get started. First, reporter Kayley Teagle will be introducing Wyatt Marshall and covering how he became more interested in horse riding over the pandemic. Take it away, Kayley.
Up atop a horse like I am right now is where junior Wyatt Marshall feels most comfortable, like he has for the past 5 years. When COVID-19 struck, it brought a lot of uncertainties, one being sports. Fortunately enough for Wyatt, he was able to continue his love and passion for horseback riding.
I'm Wyatt Marshall, and this is my horse, Charlotte.
One of Wyatt's takeaways from quarantine was being able to have more time with his horses.
It was actually like a blessing for me because I got another horse, and so without this extra time I wouldn't have been able to. Just having more time to ride, because like it honestly only positively impacted me. It's definitely helped me because I feel like we have a lot more schoolwork, like working from home, so I just feel like being able to come out here and just do what I love.
Wyatt's mother shares one of her favorite memories riding with her son. She also has a similar stance on riding through COVID.
Him asking a friend to borrow a horse before I had my Jolene here on Mother's Day so we could go riding together. I didn't have concerns about him riding during COVID. I thought it was a great outlet. When most kids were stuck inside their houses and not much to do, he was able to do this and socialize and pretty much carry on.
Reporting for The Sage, I'm Kayley Teagle.
Thanks, Kayley. Seeing how Wyatt got into such an uncommon hobby over quarantine makes me want to find a new interest, and I'm sure with the new change to online learning, I'll have plenty of time to. Speaking of online and hybrid learning, Nadia Razzaq will be sharing more information of what January 5th has to bring and how students are feeling about it.
Recently, Carlsbad middle and high school students decided if they would like to remain online or go into hybrid learning beginning on January 5th, 2021. According to a poll by The Sage, we found that 56% of students would prefer to go into hybrid learning, while 44% of students would like to remain online. Additionally, we find that a schedule change will occur on January 5th, 2021, in which students will now have 5 periods per day, except on Wednesdays, which will be advisory, of course. Additionally, if you plan to attend hybrid learning, you will be either in Group A or Group B. Group A attends school on Mondays and Thursdays, while Group B attends school on Tuesdays and Fridays. I went ahead and spoke with a couple of our students and asked them what they chose and why.
So I chose to stay online because I thought it was safer, and I don't really think that it's necessarily safe yet, and I think the way that they have the format when you go in person for hybrid, I don't think I would personally like it that much.
I've been looking forward to going back to school since August when we started doing online. I just always found it hard to focus sitting at home on the computer. I feel like it'll, add in a lot of given challenges, like trying to transition from being in-person learning to being online, in the same week. I'm just looking forward to it and looking forward to the opportunity to go back to school, as silly as that may sound.
Well, I chose to stay online because right now we need to just trust science and stay at home and try to contain the spread of COVID-19. Well, I'm disappointed that I won't be able to go on campus actually, but I'm just telling myself that we just have to be patient and that the end result will be good and it'll all be worth it. It's been okay. With the office hours, I feel like I have support actually.
I think that I'm having difficulty concentrating while online, so I think that going in person would help that. I'm still actually not entirely sure that I want to go in person because from what I'm aware, it's not all that, I don't know, it's not all that different from online, I think, from what I'm hearing.
Online learning is a bit easier, and since I am a senior, I already know what it would look like if I were to go back. I only have like 3 classes, so like it's not really worth coming back. I still get like social interaction and stuff like that, so it's not too bad, but I can see why like people who don't have that opportunity to meet people, they can struggle a bit during this time.
To me, being online, I felt a little isolated, and I think I do better when I'm in a learning environment like school, and I do better when I'm with my peers. I'm looking forward to just seeing all the friendly faces that I see at school, like all my friends, and seeing my teachers, because just seeing their little icons on online school it's not the same.
Regardless of which learning model you chose, we wish you the best of luck. This has been Nadia Razzaq reporting for The Sage. Let's send it back.
Thanks, Nadia. I wonder how the new lockdown order will affect the shift into a new style of learning. On the subject of the lockdown order, Leo Ambrogelly will give us a look at the new stay-at-home order in this week's COVID update.
Hello, Bobcats. I hope that both you and your families are safe and well. Over Thanksgiving break, California has handily overtaken Texas to reclaim our place at the top of the COVID pyramid. We're currently sitting at over 1.4 million total cases. That number is continuing to rise at a rate of 23,140 per 7 days. On December 3rd, Governor Gavin Newsom issued a new round of regional stay-at-home orders and restrictions on businesses in areas where hospitals' intensive care unit capacity falls below 15%. Our situation as a nation overall is kind of grim. Almost no state has come out of Thanksgiving unscathed. Over 10% of the population of North Dakota has contracted COVID-19. There is projected to be a spike in deaths this December, trailing behind the rise in cases by a few weeks. Now is not the time to give up and go hang out with friends. Please. On a more local level, we're 4th in terms of COVID cases at 94,232, and about middle of the pack accounting for population. San Diego County has been doing okay overall comparatively, but given the circumstances, that doesn't mean too much. This rise in cases has led to the cancellation of certain events on campus, and though the stay-at-home order doesn't extend to shutting down schools, the CUSD Board of Trustees is holding a special meeting today in which measures concerning COVID-19 will be discussed. Look for a follow-up article on thesagenews.com. Back to you, Maya.
Thanks, Leo. That's all for today, Bobcats. Head over to thesagenews.com for more stories and make sure to follow @thesage_publication on Instagram. We only have one more week until winter break, so make sure to give the rest of this year your all. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Maya Chinai reporting for The Sage.